E rau rangatira mānau mai hoki mai, ki tēnei whakataitai, tēnei huinga a te Māori, ko te Pāwhitupōro 2025 Māori Touch Nationals. And we have ko te reanga o ngā wahine, te tai tino reanga. And we have Tainui waka, pakanga atu, kia Mataatua waka. These two teams have been in the finals for many, many years and have definitely filtered players right through to the top of our sport in many different codes. I'm not going to put pressure on my good mate here, but a few names to look out for, a few familiar faces in this one, Tim.
Kia ora e te iwi. For the Waikato Tainui team, you've got the likes of the Yeremia girls. Amani Shepherd is definitely a player to look out for. Speed to burn. And then across on the other side for Mataatua, you've got the likes of Kairirangi Edmonds and Shani Velila, who no doubt will be involved in plenty of the attack for Mataatua.
Yeah, there we go, Adam Mataatua on the ball. And I'll tell you what, Tawhari's not playing the game for this one. He's blown all over the place, but we're back into it. Mataatua with the ball. Yeah, Tainui, they're sending some aggressive defence. Only one defender up. They've got a bit of a... Oh, he's straight on there. That's a great touch, man, out of there. Yeah, and quite easy to manipulate that attack there. They seemed quite aggressive when they were lifting to.
Oh, super aggressive, yeah. Waikato Tainui, if there's a way to start the game, that's definitely it. You mentioned they've been in the finals over the last 2 years, and Mataatua last winning back in 2022. So these ladies are definitely no strangers to top-level women's touch here in Aotearoa, as we see Shepherd on the ball, looks to throw the cutout ball to the link. Great hands there, but ball just not quite going to hand there. And ball goes to ground. So not a bad defensive effort actually there to start the game from Mataatua.
Yeah, and I had a quick chat with, caught up with Amani up at PTL. And she's come back playing rugby league over in Mackay up in North Queensland. So it's awesome to see those skills being put into contact sport. But here we are back alive here in Rotorua. Rotorua nui a kahu matamamoi. Tiv said, man, there's no better place to be than here. The geothermal capital of the world. Oh, here we go, bit of speed. That lady we talked about come through the Australian schoolgirl system on the Gold Coast. Proud, definitely proud product out of Gold Coast. Lovely young lady, and I feel she's come back to Whakatane and really lifted the local game and just got a bunch of girls that love to play the game and teaching what she was taught over there, over the ditch.
And she made her Touch Blacks debut as well earlier this year at the Trans-Tasman in April down in Christchurch, Shani Velila. So definitely a player that will be one to watch for us here in Aotearoa for the future. As we see Yeremia looking to throw the ball. Whitiora, unfortunately, just can't quite keep the ball in hand and ball goes to ground.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to work with Shani with the Māori All-Stars a few years back. I mean, just some of the stuff, I guess the way that she looked at the game was a real eye-opener. How they press for 6 touches. And the grind, it's not a grind, that's just normal. That's, I guess, the terminology. So, yeah, she's definitely introduced or passed on some great stuff. But liking the depth of the ball movement. If you look, that's better. Tainui like to sort of snipe, come through. There's a bit of speed there on the back end.
Yeah, they do like to sort of, not so much an overwatch, but really snipe from their box side link when it gets to sort of touch 3, touch 4, and really steal and stifle that momentum for the opposition. So one for Mataatua to watch as the game progresses, no doubt.
Yeah, and this group of young ladies, young mums, they've had a great few seasons. Obviously, defending champs here coming through. This is beautiful rhythm. We've got some speed on the back end here. You're just using the hands. See some of those netball skills there. Just a nice low ball. Yeah, great to see. And it's, Highland Potts, I know she's part of the sort of Pico League netball, but she's come through the youth systems for touch. A lot of them come back this time of year. We'll see a lot of players from other codes come back in Whakatane too, won't we, Tim?
Oh, 100%. And, we saw that over the last couple of years, especially those who have gone on to represent, in other codes, other professional codes around the world. I know at Whakatane last year you saw Tanika Willison playing with these Waikato girls. So, former representative of New Zealand 7, so they'll definitely be here sort of over the next couple of weeks. Fijian Cup is another one where they like to make their presence felt, isn't it?
Yeah, I hear it's a really nice hydration sort of a tournament, the Fijian Cup.
That's what I've heard as well.
Yeah, gee, excellent. Yeah, a lot of coconut being drunk. But here we go, back live. And while we're talking about Pacific Cup and these sort of tournaments, there's a couple of gentlemen that do a lot of huge work. Harley Wall, Pat Spellman, and they've got a really awesome village around them. And I guess we're part of that village, aren't we, Tiff? And just want to give a heads up, big mihi to those two young gentlemen, because they just talk about grinding. They're on it all year, just doing amazing stuff, and they've brought a lot of us together for beautiful kaupapa. So I know this sort of stuff wouldn't be where it is now if it wasn't for those two gentlemen.
Oh, to talk about, yeah, couldn't agree more. And I'm sure they'll probably divert a lot of that praise. But you're right, yeah, they do deserve a lot of the plaudits as we get back to on-field action. Long ball going out to the right-hand side, ball going down. I think just lost it in the sun there, didn't she?
Yeah, the got the tile, the elements are definitely making it hard for the attacking team.
Right.
And no one has really adjusted, like you said, to the sort of sou'easter that's coming through. If you're throwing long, here's Manaya. That's probably the ball. But once again, that's going to be called forward. It's just it's that wind, isn't it? It does take it.
And we've seen so many of those passes today, haven't we, called forward, going specifically from right to left. So a lot of teams just unable to quite figure out the best way to pass with the wind at their back. So we'll see if Tainui can rectify that as the game continues.
Yeah, and there's some local names, Rohe or Rahira. Obviously the niece of Cecily Stanton, that's over there, player coach. And on this side we've got Merenok, the Taimonu, big family names in the last probably 15 years that have been at the high echelon of our sport, moved into coaching, passing on their knowledge, creating these opportunities, and it's something that we see a lot of in our sport, don't we, Tiff?
I think we have to, and a lot of us, as we move off the field and into either the master's grades or into the coaching ranks or into administration, for a lot of players it's about how we can contribute and how we can give back to our sport and continue to contribute to the constant evolution and the constant growth and development of touch. So awesome to see, and I'm sure we'll no doubt see plenty more as the touch season continues moving forward.
Yeah, I could see Elena on the ball. He's got the ball there. I think middle sister of a very, very hard-working, talented whānau. That's the little fake splitter, right? It's interesting where they ran it.
Out on the wing, with the wing running the splitter.
Yeah.
Definitely a little slight wrinkle in their play.
Yeah,
look to go back that way. And just once again, pass being called forward. It did look forward out of the hands. And a common tactic, I don't know if you've seen it before, Hika, from the defensive winger, but as soon as that pass goes, it's just to throw the hands sort of north and east so that the sideline referee knows, no, this is the direction it was passed in and this is the direction it's travelling in. So
yeah. We call that kai tautoko, eh? Bit of support, bit of support there, eh? Bit of support.
Tika.
But Mataatua, they've actually found some, I mean, they were probably short that time, but this young lady, she can make something happen out of nothing. They probably just need to get that, I guess, probably that exit just a bit more crisp, sort of downtimes. Yeah, and because, I mean, this ball movement, I mean, that's touch one. They're definitely going to get down to the 7 quite easily.
And that's all off the back of big, strong defence. Sorry to cut you off there, but off the back of some heavy defence, some press defence, and then, now as a result, you rightly mentioned, they're going to get a couple of bites of the cherry down on the 7.
Oh, Ariona. Beautiful.
Yeah, and as it turns out, one bite is all they need. They managed to cross over there once again. Tainui crossover for the 1.
Yeah, and Ariona, she was part of the Touchbacks World Cup squad. Actually, World Cup team that went away. Plays a lot of women's touch, but also loves to touch. Now, we've got a bit of looks like we've got an issue with one of the playing tops. Number 9 is actually not number 9 on the sheet. Oh, it's number 5. It's just my eyes. I've got to get my morphity on. It's the old karus. The old koro karus have come out there. But, yeah, Murphy for Tainui. I thought she's played a real sort of powerhouse role. And sort of moved into the touchback scenes there. It's one of those gritty roles, that you see players have. I think we used to call it, that's a nice ball. Oh,
great play. Oh, and great hands. Out wide there, Mataatua. Yeah, you were right. Hika, it is a great play. Just fain to run that sweeper play, but throwing across the face, straight out to the link, and this ball off the deck, bang. Right out in front, the fake dive. Excellent composure, under pressure, and Mataatua, they score their first of the morning, or the afternoon, I should say.
Yeah, and just apologies to our viewers, koutou e mātakitaki mai ana. We can't quite see the numbers. We can see that one, but from afar, we can't quite see the numbers of the Mātātua play numbers, but we will try our best, however, to get the touchdown. Oh, look at this. Oh, drawn pass through the... Yeah.
It was play on right up until that last pass, but a nice little change up to their play there, Tainui. It was a little bit mistimed, but they still managed to find it in the end, but just that last pass, unfortunately for them, just drifting forward. But Tainui, they just keep pushing the needle, don't they? They keep evolving.
Yeah, definitely. They'll probably be a little bit disappointed, just out of the hand, as we say. But this depth from Mataatua, I think it's good because Waikato only sending one. It'd be good to see them a little bit more heads up, move that ball. Oh.
Looking to run that passive out the back. And that power game there, I think that's what they were forced to do, wasn't it? There was a scoop from maybe about 35 metres out. And that's just off the back of Tainui defence once again. They're really strong on both sides of the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, it's the work they do earlier defensively. Mataatua having to scoop from the sort of 10 metre, aren't they? But I feel on the exit, like if Mataatua can sort of shift the ball laterally on touch with Highland Pods, looking dangerous, nimble as ever. They sort of send 1.5 players up, Tainui, and I feel like there's space outside this very, very first exit here. They can sort of go check again. I think there's one more check, that's the one, and then power ruck off this. I think this will get them in better stead there, but it's this downtime. They've just got to be a bit more crisp.
I think so, yeah. Just the ball on the ground for a bit too long, I think. And then just that extra 1.5 seconds, it doesn't seem like much. But when you add them up across all 6 touches, that's about 2 to 3 seconds that Tainui have to get better organised on defence. Although this strike and this platform looks to be a lot better. The long ball goes out to the wing. And that was a better end to the set, wasn't it, Hika, from Mataatua?
Yeah, and they finally got down there enough. I just felt laterally touch one and then crisp off that. 'Cause most teams generally, if they're not successful on the first 2 when they fly, you're sort of batting off a bit. But when you're successful, it really opens you up. Manaia Warby, gee, that's a strong ruck. Ariona's looking really good on the ball. That's a great lift from the Mataatua winger. We'll just try to get a number.
Might have been Bryce out here on the wing. She was the try scorer down the opposite end of the field for Mataatua. And then, it was a great lift. Just forced that tip-on pass rather than the clean catch-and pass from Tainui. So, excellent play there defensively and on the attacking side of the ball as they look to run a little sneaky play down the sideline.
Yeah, nice. Great to see. Just love seeing the eyes up, especially coming out of the box. Yeah, this got some good feet here. Oh, and there's coach taking the field on the wing there. Rahira, Rowhiro. Debut for the Touchbacks Open Mix 2016. We've actually, unofficial score 1-1.
I think, it's sort of, as we approach the closing minutes of the first stanza as well, might need to get verification on that. But Tainui, they've definitely had the lion's share of possession and territory. They've got the upper hand, but haven't managed to cross too many times, and I suppose that's just down to the desperation of the Mataatua defence.
It's been dominant. Tainui's been real dominant. It's just been that last sort of pass. But Tainui's, Mataatua's drop and lift defence is definitely frustrated Waikato Tainui.
Just makes the finish a little bit less clean, doesn't it? And now we'll see if they can convert with a full set of 6 down on the 7. Fitiora, what a pass there. Brilliant play there. I think that was actually Wilbur. But she looked to throw the out ball. Mataatua identified that. They shot up from link. And then she just held and held and held. A brilliant chop line. And what a try there from Tainui.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. That looks like it come off wild ball.
Yeah.
From Te Whakatō here. Just
right.
Time. Not a lot of people have that sort of vision and time, do they, Tiff?
No. Something that you only see from sort of the more elite ball players in our sport. The likes of Amita Graham, as you mentioned earlier in the day. But excellent patience on the ball and then just that execution right at the last minute to throw that pass in behind the Mataatua defence, which is a difficult thing to do.
Yeah, and a great finish there from Tia Kimara. was a lovely line to see, especially late in the half. Here we go, Mataatua, just trying to make something. Oh, yeah!
Oh, they've made something out of nothing there, Mataatua. I don't know if Tainui will be happy with that effort defensively. It was a static one out on the wing, but Brooke Simpkins, she crosses over out wide for Mataatua, and it was sort of off a nothing play, wasn't it, Hika?
Oh, it was, and we saw one of your ex-coaches. He could coach you again when you put the boots back on, Peter Mack. But I don't think I've seen his hair so grey. And those are grey coaching moments, eh? I know he's got a good lock of hair, but they're going to be grey soon.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I would have been responsible for a fair few of those grey hairs, no doubt.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything. You admitted it yourself. You said a little follow. I did say there'd be a few others sort of around your household too that may be guilty of the other ones.
Shepherd looking to scoop out a half, throws the short ball. And Mataatua, they've hung in there. Yeah, you mentioned Tainui definitely dominant in that first half, but Mataatua, they've just hung in there and they've just been there or thereabouts, haven't they? And as we head into half-time, we find the unofficial score 2-2 between Tainui and Mataatua. We'll take a short break. Join us afterwards for the second half action.
Get your Christmas entertaining all wrapped up.
Marquee 3-piece Lamai corner sofa, only $3.88. Lightworks 12.4 metre multicolour fairy lights, just $12.50.
We've got what you need for Christmas Day. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
This isn't an ad about four-wheel drives. It's about knowing the place, as well as the locals.
You found the place. That's a good start. Built by my great-grandfather 20 years
Oh, ngā mihi o te ahi ai kia koutou. Hono mai, piri mai ki tēnei o ngā whakāturanga. Ko te Pāwhitipōro 2025, and this is ko te reanga o ngā wahine. We have Tainui taking on Mataatua, and these two teams of wahine athletes have gone at it for many years. Tainui are reigning champions, but Mataatua have won it in the past many times. And guess what? It's 2-2. Tainui have had all the opportunities in the first half, probably 3 or 4 forward passes. There is a big wind. You might not be able to see it on the TV, but Tiv and I were saying those tables could turn in the second half, so it's going to be an interesting second half too.
It is going to be an interesting second half. 2-2, probably a surprising score, because I think Tainui were dominant throughout the entirety of that first half, but Mataatua, to their credit, always able to stay within touching distance and not letting the score blow out to a lot more than what it is. So 2 apiece, arguably not a fair reflection of the game, but I would probably say the more accurate statement would be a fair reflection of the effort put in by Mataatua.
Yeah, no, nice. I'm going to use that one too.
I'll trademark that.
7th touch, it's gone. It's really gone, man. It's trademark. But no, you are right. But I guess when it comes down to it, it just goes to show the calibre of touch players that are in this game. We saw a try late in the second half, and you just clock off. You clock off, a link runs a late cut with a wing, then bang, they can hurt you. So Tainui they've got the tap off, and I think we'll see the momentum. They score, I reckon the momentum will be strong in their favour. If they don't, I think Mataatua, as long as they exit clean, then we're going to go down to the wire. But you can already see the energy. Yes.
Yeah, great read defensively there from Mataatua. I think you've nailed it there, Hika. If Mataatua can shut them out defensively in this opening set, then that does a lot for the confidence. It'll get the tails up. And then Tainui, you just wonder what they've got in the tank. As we see there, an excellent mark there, tick of approval for the Mataatua defence, able to shut out Tainui there. So the score remains at 2 apiece.
Yeah, and it's just to see Just that extra pop. Oh, yes. But now it's not as crisp. And this has been, I think, where Tainui have been a bit of speed there. Now we're halfway. I guess you lift at your own peril, if you want to go in too hard. You can get exposed on the next one. This young lady will definitely just use her IQ. They need to get her on the ball a bit more. Yeah, she was just trying to direct the young... It's quite a young team, the Mataatua team. She's just looking for a nice, clear platform, isn't she, Shani?
And I think probably what has worked against Mataatua is that they haven't had much ball down at this end of the park. You know, a lot of their possession that they had in that first half, they were coming off their own line, rucking off their own line, not really making it to the 7 metre. And I suppose that's just a testament of Tainui's defence, especially through the orange zone. As we see now, they are on the opposite hand, looking to scoot through. Shepherd does so, looks to find an extra number. She does so out on the wing. And that's the danger of Amani Shepherd, isn't it? Although our refs, they'll have a bit of a corridor there. No, try time.
What a beautiful set. Just watched when Tainui exited, all their rucking got to the side of the body of the defender, and it was just real clean. And then they just put the right person on the right place. We talked about Amani's just really been waiting for the ball to come to her in the game, hasn't she? And they probably had a chat about getting her on the ball, 100% strike rate. They'll be happy with that, but they'll definitely want to keep tuning it up, and fine-tuning as they head into tomorrow.
I think you're absolutely right there, Hika. 3-2 now, our current score between Tainui, who are up over Mataatua. And I think that's just coming back to excellent coaching there as well from Merenoke Mainu Huirama, as we see Mataatua, which seemed to be the pattern there in the first half. Lysan Collier manages to cross over for Mataatua and keep them within touching distance, and we're back at even Stevens.
Yeah, and she's a beautiful young talent, this young girl. Speed to burn. I mean, she made that look quite easy.
It did look easy in the end, yeah, just came around on the sweep, straightened up, and then bang, shot out of a cannon, stepped off the right foot, and that injection of pace, that change of acceleration, just managed to catch Mania Wardby on the back foot and draw things level at 3-3. And yeah, I think it's sort of been the telling story of the entire game so far, hasn't it, Hika?
Yeah, there's that old saying, you just can't coach speed. And they just can't shake them, Tainui. They just can't shake Mataatua. They score one, they come straight back.
Exactly. And then a bit of a physical ruck there. Surely that penalty will go the way of Tainui.
A couple of Touch Blacks teammates there. Definitely a lot of respect between both teams. Shani won't be happy with that. You can sort of see probably just got her footing wrong. 5th and final. But here we go. Highland, they're going to run a little quickie on the link. You've got to get really tight and under these ones, don't you?
Oh yeah, touch and go there. That's a play that we'd see from Vaisinia Whakalelu in the past, our Black Ferns prop. And we see a bit of an injury taken there from Arorangi, Tauranga. Let's hope she's okay. Slows the game up. So injury stoppage. So yeah, she'll jog off and then another player will roll the ball.
Yeah, I really like that on sequence, quickie the link.
Especially when you can dictate all the traffic in the middle of the field before swinging it out that way as well.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, it's interesting seeing this sequence. They went quickie on the link and then quickie step back. But yeah, we need this lady on the ball. Open side splitter play.
Yeah, I think just looking a little bit disjointed, aren't they, coming out of the half, Tainui, although they managed to create a half opportunity there. But yeah, it just didn't quite look as fluid as what their attack is used to.
Yeah, no, they got a repeat set. Generally, you would see them sort of put that away. This is what I like, is this sort of ball movement, but crisp. That's better. Now they're getting a retreating Tainui team, and they can really, really go at them. Oh, and it's just another error.
Yeah, and it's a part of the game where they've really struggled to sort of gain equal footing, isn't it, Hika, is this orange zone and rucking off their line. You know, you mentioned the downtime in the first half. Just a couple of skill errors, rucking off their try line, and that's really what's been their Achilles heel throughout the entirety of the match so far. We're 3/4 of the way through. And yeah, Mataatua are just unable to get many cracks down on the 7 line or even down into the opposition half.
Yeah. I guess it was a slight physical ruck, but what I do like, Ariona's just got some really good energy. when she's come on. And I feel like it almost feels like they're cruising at times. Sometimes you can rely on that, but they just can't sort of get away. And if Mataatua can get one and go up by one, it does put pressure on the Rainy Chance.
It would, yeah, it would definitely. As we see Valila coming out of half, she looks to throw the long ball, hitting Link. And I don't think that's going to be, I don't think they'll be too upset with that set, Mataatua. It's probably one of the few times that they've actually crossed deep into enemy territory in the second half. And they've at least got into the final touch, which is something they haven't been able to do over the last couple of sets. So, yeah, I don't think they'll be too displeased with that.
No, I agree. A slow transition. This is great. This is where they're winning here. You know, they picked up some big meters. You can definitely see the wind is sort of playing its part on any sort of long passes. So it could be a ploy to just like slam and shut that hard. Oh, some beautiful feet from Arorangi.
Yeah, and we've talked about the wind playing its part, Hika, in terms of throwing long balls, but even for Tainui now in the second half, it is even Stevens at the moment, but now they're running into the wind. How much of an effect do you think that might have on the Waikato girls?
Yeah, that's good observation. Yeah, you're right. I guess it's that same thing. It's about Modi. If things go your way, you probably don't notice those things, but if they're not going your way, they probably do become a factor. But they definitely haven't gone away from their systems. You know, around they drop and lift. I think Tainui's just really shown that they do that so well, put pressure on. But they've added a bit of an injection. They've got great ball movement. And our winger here for Mataatua, Bryce, hats off to Bryce. It's one of those, she goes hunting there for a touch. It's one of those not favourable positions that people put their hand up. You do a lot of defensive touches, but she's done really well. Here's Amani. That's the ball. She shuts it down, Bryce.
Yeah, she's probably been their best player, I would say, Mataatua, and it's because it's been on both sides of the ball. She's finished opportunities when they've come her way, but it's the work that she does defensively that has really sort of kept them in them and saved them a couple of tries, I would dare say.
Yeah, I totally agree. Couldn't agree more. But it's this area here, this has been where Tainui have really owned. You know, they let them attack, but look how far out they are. This that extra check, that's better. Another check back in and get a clean plant. That's a way better set. Then we just got to do some hole chop. Oh, yep.
Yeah.
I'm liking that kicking over here and a bit more ball movement. They did expose, I guess, slight late collapse.
It's always that fine balance, isn't it, Hika? You want to be able to play with the ball, but you got to earn the right first. And I think Mataatua, they at least got to the middle of their set, and then on the back end they were able to be a little bit more liberal with the ball, spreading it from sideline to sideline. Got a better platform, and then a scoop on the back end. And then now they're able to number up in defence here. As we see the scoop coming out of half from Yeremia, looking for that passive out the back. That's well defended there from Mataatua. So over the last couple of sets, Mataatua have actually been able to foot it with Tainui in the orange zone. And I think that's probably a main reason why they've been able to get a couple of good strikes on the back end of their attacking sets.
Beautiful. And, you know, Tainui are very disciplined in their system. They stick to it. That's a credit to the coaching staff and the culture. They believe in the process. Mataatua, I feel, have adjusted now. They've seen that lateral check. Now they're down here, beautiful field position, and they can really dictate terms on what they want to run.
Oh, beautiful ball. That was it. That would have been a huge blow for Mataatua. A beautiful pass in around the back. And I think that might have been Ngahaka Thrupp that threw that. And Valila just unfortunately not being able to lock that ball up. If they did, Mataatua would have taken the lead for the first time in the game, Hika.
Oh, yeah, beautiful to see Ngahaka on the ball. Shani chopping a nice hole. I thought they were going to run a little 32 peel there, and it might be a good time to run it, but yeah, they're getting the eyes in. Tia, this is big. This I think will be the difference. If you can definitely get inside, outside, turn shoulders, get in the in goal, find someone free, ball down.
Yeah, she did well there, Tia Kemara. And I think it was her and maybe Shepherd or Ariona Yeremia in the middle of the field, just being able to check the ball back and forth and gain a little bit more and break the gate, get them behind those Mataatua defenders who were up. It was actually Highland Potts. And then Kemara just pins the ears back. Great work off the ball there. And Alison Priestley crosses out wide for Tainui. And that's an important blow because the game was hanging in the balance there, Hiccup.
Yeah, and when I look at sort of all the different types of plays that they've been running, it come down just to a nice 3-3 scoop. Short side in goal, Lushimura, almost touch 101.
Keeping it simple, aren't they?
Yep, keeping it simple.
Now Mataatua, the tail of the game has been whenever Tainui strikes, they strike back immediately. And so the game is delicately poised at the moment as they look to run a quickie. There's plenty of space out on the right, and Simpkins crosses over. And that tail continues. Hika, Tainui strike, and Mataatua, not to be outdone, they strike back.
It looks like Collier again on the setup. Been just watching some highlights actually, and just speed to burn. Please correct me if I've got that wrong, but yes, it's I don't know. This game's called you just can't shake it.
yeah, they've been able to just keep chipping away, haven't they, Mataatua? And when you look at it from that point of view, from that perspective, then definitely they deserve to be level at the moment. As you see, Jeremiah looking to kick out and use her speed. The touch was made. It was a very late call there from Mataatua.
What a touch.
What a touch.
And even Bryce held as long as she could. Great touch. Oh, she's going to get on the second. Great Bryce.
Oh, and again, yeah, well, that's two defensive plays there from Bryce, and just trying to get the number of the other one. There might be Edmonds there for Mataatua. Two back-to-back plays. Those could be huge in the context of the game.
That was beautiful. I just watched, instead of a outside pass, they checked back to this box middle. It really caught Tainui off guard through the middle. If they could get one more here just with a bit more ball movement. It'd be good to see if they could go down for Collier.
Look to go live on the last. Oh, and a falcon there in the middle of the field. That was straight to the upoko there of Jeremiah. Never nice catching that one to the face, is it?
Nope, comes straight off. Yeah. And you can get a bit dazed from those ones.
Well, if there were HIA protocols in touch, surely that would earn something.
Yeah.
Now Tainui. So there's just under 2 minutes left. Great yards there from Whitiora. And now they'll just roll onto the field. Here comes Potts. She's looking threatening here. She'll look to scoop on back in. They switch. Kimara driving in. Here's Potts. She'll look to gun outside. There we go. Shutting from the short side. Yeah, she was always looking infield. The opportunity, though, I think was out on the left. And if she had her time again, I think she probably would have wanted to look to the outside.
They just need to exit here. Mataatua. Yeah, look, they're making quite easy meters here. But good to get it a bit more central. That's 4. Oh, Shani's going to get on. They just need a clean plant for Shani. Got to go for, through the hands.
Play on is the call. Can Bryce finish? She looks to lob it over the top. Mataatua, I thought they might have had their first lead of the game. Correct call in the end from the referees.
Correct call.
But jeepers, it was looking threatening there for Mataatua out on the left.
And Shani finally got a clean plant, didn't she? But here goes Tainui, and they're going to get one more dig at this. And I think we're going to see just the quality of their rucking as they come through. They will get a very good drop at the back end. They've got Amani on. I dare say, gee, that's great work from Manaya. This is where the big players will step up here. Amani will get in. They just got to drop and lift. They can't keep sinking. Yeah, great touch. That was a big touch. And I'll tell you what, Tiff, we're going to go to a draw. It is 4-4 unofficial score, Mataatua and Tainui. There we have it.
A very interesting battle in a rematch of the final from the last 2 years. Tainui, 2-time defending champions coming into this one. And just, you were right, Hika, not quite being able to shake Mataatua. So an interesting battle. We'll see if they meet in the last game of the day tomorrow for the women's section.
Yeah, no reira, te iwi koira ngā tatau whakamutunga. He orite ngā piro whā ki te whā. No reira, kau e huri ki teihana ke, hoki mai a kōkō ake nei.